Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are going to be taking a first look at a game called Doomsday Room. This is a game that I had my eyes on, oh wow. Well, I was going to say when it came out not that long ago, but it apparently came out in January of 2021, so 2 years have passed me by in the blink of an eye. Either way, it's a game I hadn't gotten around to when it came out, and I wanted to take a look at it. Basically, it's a fictional geopolitical game set in a fictional Cold War. So there's like 7 different countries that exist in this world. They're like 7 different superpowers. There was a fictional world war, and nuclear weapons exist. And there's this Doomsday Room where all the different countries sort of come together and negotiate. It's kind of like a Fox UN, but if there were only superpowers throughout the entire world, and if the goal of this room was to prevent nuclear war. But while that is the laudable objective of this committee, obviously you've got different countries vying for their own influence, vying for their own power, and you represent one of them. So we're going to go ahead and play this thing, take a look at it, and see, what it's all about. So we're going to go ahead and launch the game. You can see this is sort of the console room. I'm assuming it's mostly like a text-based game where you're reading and making decisions based on that. For what it's worth, this is sort of an orientation clip. I guess it sort of takes the place of a tutorial. I already looked at these. Conflict Manager basically just tells you you're a representative amongst 7 other countries in this world order, and your objective is to prevent anyone from going to nuclear war while also making sure that you further the interest of your own country. Then there's the Doomsday device section, which basically tells you about there's this if you will, anti-ballistic missile system in space, Star Wars for Reaganites, that your goal is to build because it'll prevent nuclear war from being a thing you have to worry about because it'll shoot down all the weapons. And to get there, you have to build, basically have a space race, put men in space, go to the moon, build a space station, and then your final task in there would be to build this space-based laser that shoots down nukes. And then Supreme Leader, I guess your goal is to become the Supreme Leader of, I don't know if it's the world or your country, but basically I've been picked as this representative of this country. I'm only in my position for 4 years. If I become the Supreme Leader, I assume I can rule for life. So, yeah. Anyway, let's take our seat and let's take a look at this game. This is developed by Doubleton Games Studio. Like I said, it came out on January 15th, and it really seemed to fly under the radar. There's a total of 8 reviews on Steam. I didn't see anything particularly bad. Like, there's not really... The only reviews are some thumbs up, so I guess we'll see. But again, really kind of flew under the radar. A lot of these text-based type games do, but like there's great ones like Suzerain, which we played on this channel as well. So let's just see what this is all about. Okay, so this lady is the Secretary of State. She needs my picture for my ID card. Okay, smile. Oh, that doesn't terribly look like me, but whatever. Perfect. Now, I assumed I was going to get to create a character, but I guess not. ID card. It's a great way to avoid everyone calling you Mac. Okay. What if my name was Mac? Apparently, I'm the United Nations Ambassador of Borealia. That's the name of our fictional superpower. And rubber stamp, acceptance of responsibility. I understand in the event of a total nuclear annihilation or any other chaos or destruction that might arise for my willful actions or blatant incompetence, the government will be looking for a scapegoat, and as the newly appointed ambassador of Borealia, the United Nations, I represent the best can. Okay, so if the world blows up, it's my fault, and I'm willing to sign a document that says so. Okay. Here's my fact book. Confidential Doomsday Room fact book. Okay. Everything I need to know is in there. Okay. So just make up the information if it's not in there, because that's what we all do. You can call me Jackie. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jackie. Month 1. Again, you're in power, I think, for 4 years, so 48 months, presumably. Ooh, we're all around this big table. You can see the different countries here. We're Borealia, so we're basically Canada plus Alaska, it would appear. There's Transatlanta, which appears to be like Central and North America, sort of portions of the U.S. I guess Borealia includes parts of northern U.S. Colonia, which is South America. Francesca, which is Europe and Africa. Norland, which is, I guess, Russia and Scandinavia. Urasia, which is Asia, with the exception of Norland. And then Nova America, which appears to be like Oceania almost. You heard there's a new representative. My name is Jack. Urasia is the Asian one. I didn't realize the list of the countries along the top. Your name's Jack, and you're with the Borealia Secret Service. You'll be gathering and bringing in crucial information. Okay, Spook. You were asked to give me a grand tour, but honestly, I think it might serve you best to learn everything as you go. Oh, okay. What? Our team has been closely monitoring each foreign diplomat. We're rummaging through our wastebaskets, eavesdropping on phone conversations, intercepting intelligence communications, bribing staff members and interns, all for this. Okay. I'm guessing these are tension levels up here. What does it do? Tells us what each foreign diplomat is thinking from all the data we constantly map. Oh. When you favor a nation over another in a situation, you're investing in the appreciation that nation has for you and by extension for Borealia. Red, of course, is bad, so any country with a red box ain't too impressed with your diplomacy. Okay. The other side of the color spectrum is blue. Blue is fantastic. The more little blue boxes displayed, the more they are inclined to trust you. Okay. Beautiful things such as mutual interest acts, space research collaboration. More on that later. Oh, I think they're starting. We'll talk later. Okay. The spook was not terribly helpful. Norland has condemned Transatlantia's newest arms deal with Nova America. So Norland is condemning Transatlantia's arms deal with Nova America. Okay. And we're Borealia, which is like Canada plus northern U.S. and Alaska. Okay. It has come to our attention that Transatlanta has been funding some third world dictators, but the world is all 7 empires. Maybe some of these empires are represented as like puppets. I don't know. You can call them dictators. We call them liberators. Okay. So Transatlanta is here in the seat that lights up. Norland is in this seat. So the individual who's speaking lights up. We can condemn Transatlantia, who are our southern brethren, or secretly fund my own liberator in Colonia. Secretly fund my own liberator in Colonia. I'm surprised the ambassador of the United Nations has such strong abilities to influence diplomacy, but that was apparently one decision was made, and now it's month 2. Prevent nuclear war for 48 months is my objective. Gotcha. Wait. Still adjusting to my new position. I know you've had quite a few things to learn so far. It gets easier, believe me, which is the point of my visit. There's more for you to learn. Brace yourself, as this might be the most complex concept you'll have to digest. Make sure you speak on behalf of the president, but presidents come and go. Politics lives on. Each of those stars represents a bold action on your behalf. No one has ever walked into the pages of history books by doing just what they are told. I don't want to tell you to disregard your own government, but without bold actions, you might not be remembered. Keep that in mind while weighing your decisions. Thanks. Okay, so bold actions are good, I guess. Nova America heavily criticized Urasia's latest political decisions as condemned their foreign policy in the eyes of the world. Okay. Do I have to make a decision there? We'll be hosting one dignitary for a special consortium on world trade. As a leader in world trade, we gracefully accept. Oh, really? But if you're looking for something more international, we could all send one of our dignitaries. So we can either side with Norland or we can side with Transatlantia. Transatlanta, our southern brethren. We kind of sided with them last month. Everybody's kind of neutral on these bars up here along the top. What's this confidential thing here? Okay. Your contribution to the restructure of their peacekeeping force. You're working in international trade. Okay. As a former interim leader of the aligned party, I have no doubts you always have. Okay, so there's a little bit of lore here. The world. The world is separated into 3 discrete land masses. 3 areas are called Old Continent, New World, and Frozen. Okay, so Old Continent, New World. The Great War left a now forgotten nation in ruins. This losing country, which used to stand on the borders of Francesca and Norland and Urasia, and Nova America, was ripped to pieces and completely swallowed by the 4 nations. In the aftermath of the Great War, the Old Continent and the New World firmly... Okay, so we don't need to read all of this, but... Outlaw wars of aggression, and we're in the middle of a Cold War. Okay? Ideologies. Aligned or misaligned. So nations can either be aligned or misaligned. So I guess the aligned nations believe in capitalism and democratic elections and individual rights and freedom. So that's North America, the northern half of South America, Europe, Africa, and Southern Asia and Australia. Not misaligned are sort of the USSR, China, and parts of the Middle East. Too much conflict, not much conflict. Okay, so we already saw that. Nuclear race, nukes per turn, total amount of the nukes. You can use nukes? Or no, that's total amount of nukes, sorry. Okay. Overview of the different countries. Treaties. These are all things we probably should read at some point. The Borealia plan, a recovery program which offers financial aid to countries looking to rebuild infrastructure or stabilize their nations. Yeah. We should enact that plan. That seems like a good idea, right? Mutual Interest Pact. Provide military, economic, and technical assistance to friendly nations in interest. So who should we provide it to? Colonia in South Africa, Francesca in Nova America. Francesca is the European country, right? Europe and Africa. Yeah, okay. Oh, I can't select that yet? Okay, maybe that'll come up at some point. So I guess I can only do the one. All right. There's the space race information, which I kind of went over before. All right, so Transatlanta. Is that... Oh, we got a blue line here, so they like me. Or I guess they're presumably happy that I agreed to side with them. Norland has 2 pink stars. Okay, so we've no nuclear... that's not a bold decision? You've enacted the Borealia plan. Okay. Do I actually get to align funding, or how's that work? Oh, he's got some alarming information. Oh, here comes the nuclear arms race. Has the atomic bomb, and they are stockpiling nuclear missiles as we speak. Now, I have confirmation that Norland also has its own nuclear program. It won't take long before another nation climbs on board and stacks up nukes. You see, this is bad news for us and the world. With this growing interest in nuclear armament, we'll have to push our own program, as you can see. So far, we've got zilch. I don't want to scare you, but this could become ugly real fast. Unless... What I understand, if a nation is busy with conflicts, it'll slow down their nuclear production. This would give us a chance to catch up or even take the lead. Listen carefully. We need to use nuclear warheads as a deterrent. You know, it's interesting. I was reading a review of Oppenheimer the other day, and one of the comments the reviewer, who is a historian by trade, made was that, like, the concept of deterrence wasn't really like this universal idea of like, oh, we'll use nuclear weapons to ensure that we don't fight another country with nukes. Like that really in like the 40s and even the early 50s, that wasn't really the thinking. Like you could step back and in a historical sense, you might know that now, but like this concept of deterrence as a policy, this mutually assured destruction or even devastation didn't really formulate even in like academic circles and really until the 60s. So like there's a good chunk of having lots of weapons before people are like, this means war can't happen, right? So I just found that interesting. I've not seen Oppenheimer yet. I might go see it next weekend. We'll see. But if you guys have seen it, be curious what your thoughts are below. Not that I played this because of Oppenheimer, just sort of relevant. All right. So if we were to equal the nuclear stockpile, world's nuclear stockpile, no one else would push the button, which would mean we'd win the nuclear race without shooting a single shot. Clever. Let's hope it doesn't blow up in our face. Okay. Do I have to do anything to build nukes? Military submersible belonging to Norland was detected near Transatlanta, reigniting distrust between the two nations. Okay. Looking for support with our next political leader, Colonia. Rumor has it your candidate is highly unpopular from your people. True leaders often are. Secretly fund the pro-aligned party. Yeah, they're misaligned, right? I think. If we go to ideologies, I'm confused. Oh, Colonia is non-aligned. That's weird because I don't think the border went that far south. Anyway, we should secretly support the aligned party because we're in the aligned parties. Does it do anything with nukes? Is there... Oh, covert. Whoa. Pink. This is like the Barbie sheet. Okay. How to overturn government. Look at me inserting all these pop culture references. Also haven't seen the Barbie movie. How to overturn a government and become a supreme leader. Gain allegiance from the government staff by aligning your agenda with theirs in world affairs. Okay. Ooh, covert operations specialist likes me. Sort of. All right, so eliminate the lead scientists would help secure the space race. I can't do anything here yet. This is just stuff. So there's different things we can do with different triggers. I can't do anything with treaties at the moment, so we'll just close that. All right, so this game clearly opens up and has more depth than what we're seeing right now. This is just me sort of getting started. Let's secretly fund the pro-aligned party. We'll overthrow Colonia and get them into our alliance block, right? I say our as if like there's anything I've done so far. What's this 10 thing? Does that mean we have 10 nukes? No, I don't think we do. Air carriers have been spotted in the water surrounding Nova Amerca archipelago. Listen, that's just freedom of the seas, freedom of navigation. Some of our colonies are experiencing a food crisis. Oh, well, so Europe invaded and conquered all of Africa. Got it. In this hypothetical world. So you're looking for other nations to bail you out. Sure. They're in our aligned blocks, so we'll help them out. Is that a bold decision? I don't really understand how the bold decision stuff works. Also, it seems like it's one decision a month. And I'm not like, I don't get a chance to do anything with the nuke stuff. I don't really. Norland has sent a satellite into oh no. Yeah, so Norland is obviously the USSR. I guess you've read the news, a satellite in space. Norland's really showed us this time. And our nuclear program is way behind. I think it's time to talk about Plan B. Tell him, John. Okay. We've been secretly tracking Norland's space program. While they're advancing at a steady pace, we could still hit some milestones before they do. We believe the launch of the satellite is the first step in a 7-step program. Okay. Tell them about your space station idea. The 7th stage of the space program is a space station. If we could hit that 7th stage before they do, well, it'll show off our engineering dominance to the world. So there we have it. Either we stockpile enough nukes to bring fear to the hearts of every man, woman, and child, or we impress the world with the first manned space station. Wait, those are our options? Space or nukes. That's it. Okay. Thanks, John. I'll take it from here. All right, Mac, you heard the man. Let's set up a space program and see how it goes. You're giving a lot of power to the ambassador to the United Nations. Like, I'm in charge of the space program, the nuclear program, preventing a world war. Man. Let me lead the way. I'll announce to the president. Okay, well, like, what is the president even at this point? Do I do anything here for the space program? I guess it just happens. So I guess Jack likes me more now that I've started the nuclear program. There's a housing crisis in Francesca, bringing the nation's economy to a crawl. Why do I keep getting drawn into Colonia? Or wait, that wasn't Colonia. That was Francesca? We're all aware of each other's exclusive economic zone extending 200 kilometers from the coastline. Sounds about right. Why am I seeing stealth boats with hooks and nets in our fishing waters, may I ask? No, I don't need to support Nova, right? So, well, who am I supporting him against? That's what I don't know. Nova's in the non-aligned, right? Or are they? Maybe they're in the aligned. I can't keep this stuff straight. Oh no, they're in the aligned. Okay, yeah, let's support their investigation. I'm getting little blue lines. Oh, am I supposed to do anything with the nuke program? Like, or is this just get layered on as we get further into the game? Okay, build the first space station, stockpile warheads, and prevent. So how do I do any of that? Transatlanta has created the National Astronaut Space Agency. So NASA joins the space race. Okay. Hoping to halt the flow of citizens fleeing its country, Colonia has closed its border. Okay. I can't click anything over here on the space race. Doesn't look like I can do anything there. There's a news thing up there. I don't see any option to do anything else. I want to know how I'm supposed to build more nukes. Is there anything I can do to help? I don't think so. We've got 30 now, by the way. I think. Although we're not listed. I don't really understand that. Who's going to support the effort? Transatlanta. There are Southern brethren, so we should probably support them, right? Propose the shared burden. Sure. Transatlanta, you're going to really like me, so when you start your NASA thing, you're going to ally to me and let me just coast on your space program. That's the objective. Okay. Francesca enters the arms race. Oh, so they have nukes now? Gotcha. Did our nukes drop? Mac! Just the person I wanted to see. Now that all those dingbats are stocking up on nuclear warheads, we've set up a warning system. Do you know what the DEFCON levels? I know what I'm doing, but I'll let you just say it anyway. Presently, the DEFCON level's at 5, which is the lowest. As conflict levels rise, that drops. 1 is war. Or, I guess, technically verge of war, according to this. If it happens, you'll miss out on my monthly briefings. Let's hope it never comes to that. I'll let you get back to it. Okay, so DEFCON level pulled up here. A diplomatic summit ended, putting Norland and Transatlanta at odds with each other. Oh, what a shocker. Ooh, an international concert featuring the world's best musicians, Norland. I gather no one from Norland will be playing. Oof, childish as always. Okay. But they're both allies. I like both these sides. We've been helping both of them. I've got 2 blue with Transatlanta, 1 with Francesca. So let's go with Transatlanta. I'm just going to be the little lapdogs of the Americans or whatever. Just got to ally with them. They've got the most nukes, so. Also, I lost my positive star with Francesca. Apparently, by picking them, I married the other people I didn't pick mad. On top of your list today, I just added nuclear testing. I'll leave you with the commander-in-chief of our Atomic Energy Commission. Hope you brought a hazmat suit. Okay. What kind of uniform is that? Red Star? I thought we're capitalists. If I may cut to the chase, to advance any technology, one must conduct plenty of testing. And to perform nuclear testing, we need nuclear testing sites. Let's have a look at the nuclear testing map. What? I'm the ambassador to the UN. Why am I doing all this? First, we can have our testing in our country. We call it continental testing. This local testing can and will have negative impact on our local population. As you can understand, it's never popular to blow up nukes in your own backyard. Luckily, it's not our only option. Up north, the neutral land of Francesca, we're going to use nukes in the North Pole, in the Arctic. Okay. Nations within the range of nuclear fallout produced by the blast won't be too happy about it. Okay. You got to do what you got to do. Moving on. Deep sea testing is another option. Okay. Last but not least, outer space nuclear testing. This is our best option. Where is that rocket scientist? While other nations won't complain about outer space testing, it will have a negative impact on our space program. Well, hell, I consider this an option of last resort. You, sir, you've done our nation a great service by bringing us this valuable data. You can go back to rockets now. Okay. 2-month plan on this, meaning every 2 months we will reconvene here and revise my decision. How many nuclear weapons am I going to test? Okay, everything has consequences. So deep sea testing will piss off Colonia, Urasia, and Nova America. Continental testing will piss off my own people. Frozen testing will piss off Transatlanta, who I'm trying to be buddies with, Europe, and Norland. So I guess the only one that doesn't piss off everybody who I'm trying to ally with, I do kind of want to buddy with Nova, but Urasia and Colonia are my enemies. So that's probably the best test without putting our space program back. Ooh, the map shook. Month 9. That was it. I just had to decide where we were doing our nukes. Okay. We need a strong commitment on your part concerning space agency funding. This year we need twice as much as what was initially budgeted. What? I know where this is going. If we don't have the funds, we won't be able to catch up with the other nations. We're doing fine. Rumor has it Norland will soon recruit a new scientist. Why are you doing this to me, John? It's not for me to decide. Okay. Damn it. Okay, so basically we have to make a choice of either nukes or space. Space. Let's get in there. I'll get rid of some of the older missiles. Okay. Okay. Let's hope you made the right decision. Economic crisis hits Transatlanta while surge of unemployment announces a grim future. So Norland's chosen to host the Olympics. Okay. We have 45 nukes right now. We're building 5, so we're behind, but we are funding our space race now. I'm assuming I lost Jack's support. No, I didn't. And that should be, I got the covert operations specialist. He likes me. Okay. It's going to be a great honor. Okay. The doping scandal, baseless propaganda. Do we boycott the games or participate in the events? We'll participate in the events. Man, those nuclear weapons are ticking up real fast. Hiding in the shadows underneath the code of the bureaucracy lies the true power of any government. Where I'm going with all this mumbo jumbo, your clearance level has been upgraded. Hop to your feet, grab your stale coffee. I want you to meet someone. I've been watching your progress closely. This is Murdoch. He's in charge of covert ops. Among other things, I have to say, so far, I'm impressed. Oh, what? You're far from impressed. Damn it. Jack here tells me you're pretty good when it comes to diplomacy. I guess we'll see. The shadow government. Okay. The deep state. We've been gathering data on all 6 of the great nations and drafted for you 6 possible covert operations. Pay attention. I'll only go through this once. The operations range from simple arms deals to assassination. It's real stuff. Before I go into the details of each op, I want you to understand something. Whether the missions are successful or not will be irrelevant to the conflict they impose on Borealia. Just take a moment to think everything through. I'd hate for you to get lost, either lose your job over any of these assignments. Instead of going through each covert op, I've prepared 6 documents for you to browse through. I suggest you take a moment to read each operation carefully before you're making your decision. One last thing. This might be the most crucial part. The success of each operation relies on 2 steps. Step 1, choose the operation. Step 2, make sure the conditions are met. It's as simple as that. If you need additional guidance, flip through the pages for your fact book. I did a few personal notes. Choose a covert operations. Okay, so we can assassinate a scientist in Transatlanta who we're trying to be allies with, so probably not a good idea. Ignite a revolt. I'm assuming where they are on the map is maybe that doesn't actually matter. So we can either assassinate a scientist, plan a coup, ignite a revolt, and instigate a proxy war and indulge in espionage, or make an arms deal. Indulging in espionage, that might help me out, right? Obviously, a coup d'etat against someone who's not in our alliance block could be a good strategy. But what I'm curious, indulge in espionage. If I go to my fact book, eliminate the lead scientist would help secure the space race victory. Rigging elections would be a coup d'etat. Change ideologies. Yeah, so let's do that. Indulge in espionage. Operation Moontaker. Objective, acquire new space technology. By starting the space race, Norland has shown their space capabilities. Infiltrating their space agency and getting our hands on their technology could be the difference. So there are 3 foreseeable outcomes. Borealia receives a boost in space technology. Norland conflict level rises. Borealia conflict level rises. Trigger, attend a space conference in Norland. Send the spy. You'll need to get us into the space research facility. From there, our spy will do his magic. Spy stuff. Okay, so how do I man, this music really gets all intense. The explosion of Norland's nuclear plant situated near the border of Francesca created massive damage and radiation with a 100-kilometer radius. Bastards. How do I get them in? Like, what's the thing I gotta do? If I go to espionage, ooh, Jackie likes me more now, I guess. Oh, because she likes attending summits and we're going to the Olympics. I guess there's nowhere where I can track that espionage. Okay. We initiated a cultural exchange program. Okay. Nova Amerca, we've already got 2 stars with. They don't have nukes yet, though. Francesca has nukes. We've been helping Francesca out. We made him a little bit upset last time. Let's go with Francesca. Oh, but we lose our popularity with Nova. Maybe you just got to pick someone and go with them rather than balancing things out. Whoa, okay. Death shall always triumph. I guess that's a way to enter the room. And long after we're all gone, it shall triumph again. Okay. What did you just like read The Road or something? I just recently read The Road, so. Okay, so frozen testing, do we do that again? Like, why? Do I get any report on how the results went? I don't know. Deep sea testing make Urasia, Nova, and Colonia mad. Colonia don't care about. I did the frozen testing last time, right? Or maybe I did deep sea. I don't even remember. I probably did deep sea, which we'll do again. Because it doesn't piss anyone off I'm trying to be friends with. Man, we've almost been here for a year. What are we going to find out now? Apparently DEFCON level 1 up. When do I get to attend the space conference? The Colonia World Peace Summit has been canceled following the discovery of mass grave holding mass missing political leaders. Oh. Did anyone know Urasia was still floating a wartime oil tanker? Why does that matter? The hunk of junk leaked the largest oil spill the oceans have ever seen. Oh. It's washing up on our shores. Transatlanta has sold us the cargo ship and recommended you do a thorough inspection. Not our fault. Sanction Urasia because Transatlanta is going to be my ally here soon. I still don't really understand if I'm supposed to be doing other things to make the espionage happen or other things like that. Oh, that covert operation disappeared? Did it fail? Why is the DEFCON level going up? Urasia join the space race. Okay. 12 months already. Time flies when you're running the world, don't it? Every 12 months, a country will host a world peace summit. This is a great opportunity to de-escalate some issues and bring general peace to the world. This year, the Peace Summit will be held in Borealia. Let me introduce you to the Secretary of State. She will lead the way. Glad to see you still in office. Hey, Jackie. I'm coordinating the World Peace Summit on behalf of Borealia. At the event, the president will be asked to give one memorable speech, something we can put in the history books. This is a great opportunity to give hope and inspire every nation. Great speech will lower conflicts globally. You can see why it's important. Our best writers put together 3 speeches. You're in the front lines, so I want your input on this. I won't lie, one speech is pretty good. The others, meh, they're less impressive. So we got to pick one of the 3 that is going to inspire the world and bring us world peace. Okay. So all 3 speeches will be used? Sure. That's strange. Strong speech, medium speech, weak peace speech. Strong speech. Tensions have gotten... That's a good pick. Well, you got 3 picks. So I was hoping there'd be like something topic-wise as opposed to just good, medium, worse. So I guess everybody gets a little bit less mad, but DEFCON level's 3, so Nova Amerca and Urasia have a dispute over a small island with strategic advantages. Seems far from being resolved. Do we actually get to do anything at this conference? I propose a 3-year plan focusing on the world economy to help developing countries. Side with Nova, right? Colonia's not in our alliance block, so. Oh, we got to make more nuke decisions. I'm going to make Nova pissed again. We're going to drop more nukes on the fishies. Oh my God. Just chill, dude. You're way too tryhard. The only time I feel alive is when I'm dying, or whatever the frick he just said. We'll keep nuking the oceans. So that was a rather anticlimactic peace meeting. And apparently my covert operations went away, but our DEFCON level went down. Maybe because of the speech being a strong speech. So I guess that's good. No. The president was caught in yet another scandal. Presidents get... Okay. Elections are bad, apparently. Please do. A guy like you should run for office. Your track record ain't spotless, but you show true competence in world diplomacy. I haven't done anything yet. Imagine what you could do if we gave you free reign over the country. Perhaps another election is not what we need. I mean, why leave politics to the common man? They have no idea what's happening out there. They're doing just fine, and we know they're ruled not by elected officials, but no, Norland is not my friend. They're the bad guys. Okay. So let's have a coup and put me in power. Guys, I've known you for like a year. You're really going to put your necks on the line for me, huh? Well, that was an interesting conversation that never happened. Okay. Yeah, I know. We got to keep all the people around me happy. Throw a bit of work our way. Do the same with the rest of the staff. Okay. Please stay out of the newspapers. Gotcha. Crew 3 cosmonauts died in a simulated accident, slowing down Nordland's progress in the space race. Right, so Nova Amerca and Urasia don't like each other. Good to know. I can't do anything here though, right? Like, so when the guy's like, send stuff our way. Oh, by the way, apparently Jackie loves me. 4 stars. Culture exchange, world aid, and attending summits. Well, we've done all that stuff. Murdoch less so, but I got to get the alliance. I haven't even, the rocket scientist I picked not putting stuff in space. And the military guy, I keep dropping nukes. Why aren't you happy? War only looks good on paper. Okay, empty accusations. Lead the investigations. I'm really going to make Norland go to war with us. But Transatlanta loves me. I've maxed out the blue stars, I think. So that's good. Am I doing anything with the space race, or am I just waiting? All right, DEFCON's still at 4. Transatlanta Doctrine. You're invited to join the Transatlanta Doctrine, favoring Francesca, Colonia, or Nova Amerca in debates will double the effect, but also Transatlanta positively unless Transatlantia is at odds. Okay, so favoring Francesca, Colonia, Nova Amerca. Okay, so everybody who's not Urasia or Norland. Sure, let's join your doctrine. No? Psychological warfare. What are we talking about? I know it's horrible, and it is. Okay. Theodore, if you don't mind, let's get some propaganda going. Okay. We can win the hearts and minds of the people at home. Okay, so like the first year kind of feels like a tutorial. The game's slowly opening up. We're getting more and more capabilities. Now we're going over domestic propaganda. We really haven't touched much on the domestic front at all. This is really, I don't know if it's going to be playing or not. I don't know if it's like cleared from a copyright perspective, but the music here is actually pretty well done, I think. Propaganda posters are a great way to double our nuclear warhead production. Radio shows to bring peace at home, or propaganda posters to double warhead production. I don't even know what our at home levels are. Give me more nukes. Just for now, anyway. I'm assuming I can change it. Despite sanctions, Transatlanta continues to export factories using child labor. What? Hostage taking and abduction? Why is that? We do not negotiate with terrorists. I call upon all states and nations to work together so we can demand the release of all hostages. Okay. It has to do with serious violations of international humanitarian. Don't negotiate with terror. But who are the terrorists? I'm kind of confused here. Yeah. Nukes. No matter what, the testing must go on. Dude, you're crazy. We'll keep the deep sea testing, although Colonia doesn't like it. And Nova Amerca doesn't like it. Now we're in that alliance. But I don't know what the 30, 20, 15, like what is this? Is this visibility? Did they tell me what the number means? We'll just piss my own people off for a little bit. We'll detonate a few in the wastes of the north. All right, 15 months in. So I think the green represents low tensions. So my own people are not super happy. So we may need to look at changing our propaganda if we can. You miscalculated the cost of the launch pad by a few. What? You want more? Our initial estimate was a bit low. I've already cut my nuclear program in half. Think of a number and double it. Oh my God. Just listen, I'm already getting crushed in the nuclear arms race. Well, actually, we're in second place, but still. I'm not going to win the nuclear arms race. Let's go with space. We're going to double down on space. You already said you were going to get rid of the old missiles. We still have old missiles left? Oh, we lost 20 missiles. That was 4 months worth of production, but okay. Despite warnings, Nova Amerca continues to test non-nuclear missiles over regulated waters. All right, so we have 3 stars here. What are we at in terms of Jack is not too mad at me yet, I guess. How is the rocket scientist not happy with me? I keep giving him more money. What is he like? What do I have to do for him to invest in the space program? I've done that twice, attend space conferences. I haven't had a chance to do that. When do they happen? One of your explorers is lost at sea. Offer to send search helicopters. Propose a good priest. Yeah, we'll help you out. I don't know what the impact of that is for anything, because I have no real budget. Like, that's the confusing piece here. So, like, this is a pretty interesting game, and I like how they're layering in different features, but it almost feels like they're just layering in visual features that I don't have a lot of ability to manipulate. Like, I don't have a... You'd think I should have a budget or something, but maybe it's coming. I don't know. I still... Oh, whoops. Well, we're already trying to do espionage. So now you want me to do something else? Assassinate a lead scientist? No, I don't want to do that. They're my allies. Make an arms deal? Keep Nova America out of the nuclear race. Nova America is looking for an arms deal. Selling them non-nuclear missiles would keep them busy with their new toys. Yeah, make an arms deal. That's fine. But when's the other covert operation going to happen? Oh, we had a low carbon agreement? Okay. Scientific consortium. Yeah. Fund half the event? Offer to participate in the funding. What's the difference? Yeah. We're funding half the event by ourselves. Oh my God. We're going to blow up more nukes. More in our home country. Screw the local people. We got to make the world like me. Even though it looks like tension levels in my own country are rising. So there don't really seem to be a pause ever. Oh, Borealia is not doing so great. Look at how pink we are. We might have to change some things. Transatlanta sent the first animal into outer space. Nova America enters the arms race. Wait, didn't we just... Mutual Interest Act. Yeah. I want to jump on your space race. Sporadic guerrillas in Colonia menace the nation's economic stability. Well, we were supporting them, so... I hope I get credit for their animal in space. Oh, God. DEFCON level 2? But I got 4 stars on my way toward being a global dictator. Hell yeah. So we signed a mutual interest pact. Transatlanta is in... But I should get credit for that, I feel like. In any event, guys, we've been going for almost an hour. This is an interesting little game, Doomsday Room. It doesn't really have a great, there's no moment where I can pause. We're about to destroy the world, perhaps. Let me know if you want to see more of this. A lot of text, just reading, not like super action oriented, but interesting flavor, an interesting game. Definitely something different than a lot of the stuff out there. Not quite to the level of lore of something like Suzerain, but still, I'm enjoying myself. I don't know how much it'll hold up in multiple playthroughs, but at least this one has been kind of interesting. So let me know your thoughts. First look, Doomsday Room. I wish there was more interaction, unless I'm just not clear how to use it, but there was no tutorial, and none of the videos I watched about it explained it. But I wish there was more adjust this budget, this slider, this thing, those kind of things, rather than just seemingly you get events that you have to make decisions on. It's this weird decision of you're super influential in that you're an ambassador. Despite the fact that you're an ambassador, you can say where nukes get developed, or you can say divert funding from nukes to space, but I don't actually have any visual representation of that, so I don't really know how I'm doing there. But in any event, I'm enjoying my time, and let me know if you want to see more of this on the channel. That's going to do it for today, though, so until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.